Hello and welcome to another edition of the Dugout Podcast. I'm Andrew, alongside Marissa. And tonight we have a special guest joining the show. My younger cousin, Paul Catwell, is here, the younger brother of one Christopher Cox. But surprise, surprise, they don't support the same team. So Paul,
Yeah, we gotta hear about that though.
well, two generations, and the race have been in different houses. So I guess
Fair enough.
Christopher wasn't able to infiltrate his brain, and get to support Chelsea. But anyhow,
You mean influencing him in the way to go?
I will let him answer that. I'm sure he's happy with the decision you're happy with the decision that you made, right? Most definitely. Most definitely. See? So we have Paul join.
Oh, I'll fight. Gosh, saying just really gets stuck in my throat.
Can I continue?
Yeah, sorry, I don't know what happened. It just was so unprofessional of me.
Right. So Paul, Manchester City fan. So can you just introduce yourself? Tell us a bit about why you started supporting Manchester City, or when that occurred.
Firstly, very good to be here. I became a Manchester City fan a while ago. I would say not for any specific reason, just like the club, I guess. So, yeah, that's basically it.
I was giving you the benefit, right? I was telling myself that this young man would come here and be honest, with us, and tell us why he supported Manchester City to begin with. No. He said a while ago. We was really called a while ago.
Considering you're like what, 19?
19 years old, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I have been a fan of football for a while now, even though I'm still young.
Right.
So I would say a while ago, 10 years.
10 years? I don't remember it being 10 years. Okay, give or take. I don't think it's 10 years, though. Me personally.
I would trust his opinion than yours.
I'm telling you in 10 years. I'm telling you it's not 10 years.
Well,
I think he only became a City fan somewhere during his secondary school tenure, which was not 10 years ago. So it can't be 10 years. But nevertheless, maybe almost. But I don't think it was. I don't think it's just because of the club. I think there's obviously reasons why people start supporting teams. I let you off the hook last time we had this conversation because it only dawned on me after the show. Yes, because she wanted to call me out for my reason for supporting Liverpool. It wasn't a Liverpool show, and I let it slide. But do you want to revisit it?
I don't understand. What we need to revisit?
You were saying you were telling me that my reason for supporting Liverpool is not dissimilar to you and Christopher's reason for
supporting Liverpool because of Michael Owen. And we had our personal players that we were attached to that we started to support the club for too.
But there's a small difference, Paul.
Was it different?
No, I started supporting Liverpool because Michael Owen was a decent player, half decent player.
Don't even throw shade at Michael.
Wait, you let me finish. Mind your manners. Michael, sorry. Christopher said that he started supporting Chelsea because of Didier Drogba. Now, this young lady started supporting Chelsea because of Michael Ballack. And Michael Ballack is a good player too. Was a good player. But that was not the only reason, Paul. I remember, back in the day, you had WhatsApp, so you could message how to use it landline. I remember countless times, Paul, and we dawned on me after the fact. On the landline, she would call me or I would call her. I want to talk about the game, but she has no interest in discussing the game. You know what she want to tell me? I'm like, Ballack is so hot. That'd be part that you left out. So she started supporting Chelsea because of someone's,
Listen to me.
attractiveness.
Listen to me.
Go ahead. Tell me, Zuli.
I am not going to sit here and lie and say that I was not attracted to Michael Ballack because he was a very handsome 6'2" dark-haired German. However,
Yes, please.
I was attracted to his playing style as well because that summer I started watching the World Cup that was on, and I was very impressed with how he led Germany and stuff. So yes, his attraction figured in, but also he was a good footballer. And then, as I eventually grew to be a student of the game, I came to admire different qualities he had as a footballer. So I would not have you saying that attraction was the sole reason.
I never said soul. I simply said primary. That come before secondary, right? Primary. It was a primary reason. Right, Paul? So that's the one difference that we have, when it comes to her and supporting our teams. Just want to throw out there. But yeah, so for Manchester City fan, you're actually the only Man City fan that I know, and I felt as though, you know, you'll be a good guest to have on because at least you would get a sincere take from you because I think the rest of the Barbadian populace who claim to back Manchester City, the elderly gentleman that you would see in the 50s with the city jerseys on, I don't feel as though as a authentic.
Oh, that's not true. I know an older guy that goes to church here that supports City, but he's from England.
Okay, that's different. That's an exception.
So I think
I thought he was.
He's the only City fan I know too.
I know a guy who, I'm not calling his name, who I remember clearly as a young man seeing him on countless occasions in a Man United jersey. But no, it's all City. No, it's all blue.
I saw you late.
But never
Came to his senses.
Sorry, what?
Came to his senses and saw you late.
I don't subscribe to that.
Mm.
I think right now when you decide to support a team, do or die, relegation, whatever.
I agree.
Go with them.
I agree. And tough times really determine the true fans,
Right, exactly. Unless you specify and say, for example, that you are not a fan of the team necessarily, but you're a fan of a player, that's different.
Yeah.
But when you come
like LeBron and Heat fans.
Like him, he's a LeBron fan.
Oh, so you follow LeBron everywhere?
Yeah, definitely.
And he told me already that when LeBron finally calls it a day, he done too. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, I just want to make those distinctions clear.
Hilarious.
All right, so I think we should get into it.
Sure.
All right, so our first segment, start with the Champions League reaction, or you want to start Champions League first?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so we had 2 games in the quarterfinals of Champions League this evening. Real Madrid drawing at home to Man City 3-3, my bad. And Arsenal also drawing at home to Bayern Munich 2-2. I think we should start with the Real City game, right?
No bad place to start.
Right. I don't want to go first though, so I'll leave the floor open. Anybody want to comment on?
Let's give our guests the floor. What are your thoughts on the game?
As suspected, a great game. Every time the two teams meet, it's always be fireworks, so I didn't expect anything less. Game started off pretty good, obviously for City. Grealish doing as he does best and winning a free kick in a dangerous position. Bernardo Silva capitalizing with a cheeky free kick. But then Madrid responded quickly and swiftly with a bit of, I don't know, people call it luck. But they responded nonetheless. Sorry.
Let me talk about Bernardo Silva goal a minute. You said cheeky. So much problems with that goal. Would you say, okay, was it more down to genius from Bernardo Silva, poor goalkeeping, or poor defending from Real Madrid? Or all three?
I mean, it was right at the start of the game, so everybody's still trying to, come to grips with everything. And I think it was both.
Mm-hmm.
First thing first, the goalkeeper position was a little bit
sus.
Yeah. But it was definitely a stroke of genius by Bernardo, for sure.
Yeah, I would say so too, because like when you have a free kick in that position, you're not expecting what he did. So I really thought, especially since it was the start of the game too, I thought it was actually a stroke of genius. Real Madrid definitely contributed, but definitely a stroke of genius. I thought that was, and City were in control, I felt, but then like you said, Real Madrid started to go into it and respond. They're actually saying here that the first goal actually went now as a Ruben Dias own goal. I didn't quite see. But yeah, at 2-1, I felt Real Madrid had some decent opportunities to maybe get a third, even a fourth goal before halftime. Because City looked rattled, definitely in my opinion. But went in at 2-1, and then some magic.
But I don't want y'all to go too far down the lane before I call y'all back a little bit.
Okay, go ahead.
Bring it back to play a little bit for a moment.
Bring it back. Which the referee should have done in Spurs versus Liverpool.
Spurs versus Liverpool?
Yeah, call back the play instead of,
Oh. I I in a decent mood right now.
All right.
It might bad mood come when we get him one next time in the future.
All
But
right.
don't worry. So I want you to explain something for me. You said you asked Paul if the goal was the result of a clever bit of play by Bernardo or poor defending by Real Madrid. Just clarify for me what you mean by poor defending for Real Madrid.
I don't think that they were almost like fully set up. Like I felt like I don't know. I felt I think I trying to visualize the wall in my head.
Right.
And I didn't feel like the wall was as solid as it should have been.
It wasn't really a wall, it was a one-man wall.
Yeah, Vinicius.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just Vinicius, and what Vinicius did, he actually took 2 steps inward to his left, I believe, right before Bernardo struck the free kick. I don't know if I feel as though the keeper position was bad because to me, well, it wasn't really a wall like Paul said, but at the same time, if the wall is going to be here, I need to trust my wall, and I will guard the other side of the goal. Right, so I don't know if I really fault him for his positioning. What I would fault him for is that having gotten to the ball, not saving it, because it was a shot he should have saved, having gotten there. Right, I give Bernard credit, clever, quick bit of thinking. Clever, I guess, this whole, just try to catch you out, try a little something. And it paid off. If you don't take the risk and shoot, some things don't get rewarded. So, one of iffy things. I don't know if I really want lay blame to Real Madrid as a team or to goalkeeper. Well, yeah, to the goalkeeper because you got to do better having got him there. Yeah, so.
Okay, fair enough. And Real 2 goals.
Real's 2 goals. Well, yeah, the shot was deflected from. Well, let me see. City got the early goal. City were in control for a small period of opening, but I felt as if Real started to play a little bit and started to settle down. I at the start of the game, I don't watch Real every week, but I felt as though some of their big players, I ain't call names, Jude Bellingham, I felt as though he started the game with a lot of petulance. He come to argue about every decision.
But he is a usually passionate player, though.
I know. Like I said, I don't watch him every week, but since I watched him today, I will talk about it. He come to make noise about everything. Man play football. He's a big boy. Play the football. He quarreling. He remonstrating about every decision. And I would assume that somebody, maybe Art Carlo from the bench, tell him, settle down and start playing, and then start to play. And one thing about Real today, I've always felt they had some goals in them. They got a break with the first goal. The second goal, the go-ahead goal, really nice bit of play. I think City made some mistakes defensively in terms of the shape. Because when John Stones went in to press, Diaz took a bit too long to sense the danger to close the space and realized that the true ball was on to Rodrigo. And again, they get lucky with the deflection from the Rodrigo shot.
It was a slight deflection.
Yeah, but no, it was slight deflection, but that deflection took it away from, if you watch the ball, it took it beyond Ortega. Because I think it would have been straight at him and he would have saved it.
Okay.
So, but like I said, you make it one luck. And Real were in control. Like to your point that you were about to make, I believe, which was that Real had chances that they could have extended that lead and made it a bit more comfortable for them. I remember the Vinicius chance in the first half that he blazed over the top. I can't remember any other clear-cut chances.
Yeah, I guess I understand what you mean. I just meant in terms of their general play.
Yeah,
I thought in that first half after they went to 1-0, they were in complete control.
Right.
But then when City came out and it kind of flipped, I felt City was in control for that second half.
I felt like onto the Foden goal, I felt like City were. I felt it was like nice. It was a nice competitive game, and I think it could have gone any direction. Because I wouldn't say that City were dominating. It was more like City gradually feeling the way back into it. At Real Madrid, at times we were a bit desperate with the defending, yes, but still Real Madrid carrying the threat on the other end. And then City got a really good goal from Foden, and we mentioned last week that he's really stepped up this season.
And to me, this wasn't even one of his better games.
Yeah, but a really, really special goal. And then right after that, Guardiola gets scores his first goal for City and a special goal as well.
On his recurrent foot. That man is the left centre back. Seriously, you should not be scoring a goal like that on your recurrent foot. That's crazy.
In practice, right? So
that is crazy. When I see it was him, I was like, what? That's mad.
Yeah, but even at 3-2, then City looked dominant. But it was like Real Madrid knows staying games too. It was like Real Madrid just waiting. Just be catching breath. Let me catch myself a little bit. And then Real Madrid went again. And I think Madrid was important, his introduction.
Because he came on right after the City third goal.
And he gave him a bit of impetus in midfield, a bit of drive, bit of direction. And they got their their equalizer was a really good goal.
Nah, boy, that was the goal of the night.
That was a really good goal for Valverde. So
like, whoa, that was special.
As Paul said, entertaining game overall.
So how do you feel though? Is it a result that you would have taken? What? First of all, I should say you said you expected a classic, so to speak. But what did you expect City to do? Take away the lead or leave there with a draw? Were you expected at the beginning?
I expected it to draw, definitely.
Okay.
Which I don't think, looking at it now, I don't think a draw going back home is terrible. Because our record at home in the Champions League is phenomenal. So.
At the Etihad. Sorry, I just throwing all sorts of shots.
You can't throw back shots at her.
It's true, my team is Scroll Down FC, so don't worry.
Not a terrible result. Say about home.
Yeah, I think Real Madrid needed a win, in my opinion. I think it's still a balance for sure, but I think definitely a draw is bad for City.
Okay, so firstly, I think it's good that there are no the away goals rule. it's only picture.
So glad. So glad.
Should be clear favorites at this point.
Yeah.
But what I would say is that next week is going to be a barnstorm because Real Madrid will have to come out and try and win the game.
Yeah.
City will obviously have to come out and try and win the game too. So it's more. I think it's going to be pretty much the same. We're both teams trying to win. I think the tactic that City used last season in beating Real Madrid at Etihad, where City just went up a couple levels in terms of the pace and tempo. I think with Real Madrid, they kind of like bringing a younger squad somewhat. I don't expect that game plan to be as effective. Not saying they can win by doing that, but I think that Real Madrid might be able to stay in the game a little bit longer and then offer something of themselves as well. But like you guys said, I made City slight favorites because they're at the Etihad. I would say Real Madrid has a 45% chance if I was a betting man.
I'll say 40. I know he'll say 0.
I go 50-50.
Oh, generous.
No, I'll maybe try to soften this up.
Yeah, maybe.
In case they're eliminated.
Makes sense. Safety first. But I want to touch on something though that we touched on last week about Haaland. Another quiet game. I don't want to say pocketed by Rudiger, but pocketed by Rudiger.
But right? Funny enough, I must mention this. I try to remember. No, okay. I can't remember if the person sent it in a voice note or to call me. But his brother called me this morning or sent a voice note. I can't remember which.
Well, he loved a voice note, so maybe that.
He called a voice note. He said, "Sir, today's day." And Rudiger got pocket early Haaland. And I guess my words are dropped. So shout out to Christopher for his prediction about how today's events, the events will go in the game. But yeah, continue about
Yeah, I think the commentators spoke about because I was watching BT Sports and they spoke about somebody from Real. I don't know if it was Carlo or even Rudiger himself was talking about you don't necessarily have to stop Haaland, you just stop his service.
Right.
And I think you really saw that again because we talked about it with the Arsenal game, and you saw it again today because honestly, if you didn't know he was playing, you would not have known he was playing.
Right. I remember I said to you what Arsenal were told with Haaland. I remember I said Haaland he's an exceptional finisher, but he's not the type of striker that will make chances for himself. He needs decent service.
Yeah.
Balls coming in, balls in behind for him to chase on. I find he might need somebody close by to him to have a bit of support. He's not a skillful striker in the sense that he could get a ball with back and goal turn, face you up, and dribble and pass you necessarily. In the foot race, he might be able to strength barge out the way and bulldoze his way through. And the thing with Haaland is that, again, if you start from the ball in dangerous areas, then you kind of like negate his track.
Yeah.
But, a good thing for City is that, it's not a one-man show.
True.
By any stretch of the imagination.
True.
It's not just Haaland. It's Foden, is De Bruyne, is Julian Alvarez, Bernardo.
Right foot buckets.
Exactly. You know, a lot of players, Rodri, a lot of players who, you know, have a goal in them that you might have to worry about.
It's true. What do you think, though? Is it something that is a concern for you as a City fan, or like Andrew say, you know, because you have so many players that could pop a goal, it's not a big of a deal?
Striker definitely not scoring goals is always a problem, but Haaland doesn't need many chances to score. He does not need many chances to score. And the fact that our best assist man didn't play gives me a little bit of hope that next week he could pop up in a big moment. So.
Might be ill next week too. Never know. Never know. Anyways, don't mind me. Game was Arsenal Bayern Munich. You were watching it, or you were just mostly?
I did not watch.
Okay, and you didn't watch it either.
I wasn't watching it, but I was following.
Okay, I watched it. I watched both.
Okay.
I'm surprised Bayern got the draw. As I tell you, I sent you a message. I think it was sad. I was genuinely worried for Bayern. Because I felt Arsenal defensively since the turn year have been really good.
Right.
And Bayern have not been good.
Mm-hmm.
When I saw that they actually lost, because my messenger was like, I saw it, there was 2-0 up, and then I see on Twitter Tuchel talking about a defeat. I was like, what? So then I saw it, they lost. I was genuinely worried about them in this game.
Mm-hmm.
And Saka scored early. I was like, oh gosh. But I thought they did well.
Mm-hmm.
I did not see the penalty incident, so I can't comment on that. But good penalty by Harry Kane. Mm-hmm. And their first goal by Gnabry, who celebrated, which was nice. That was Arsenal made some mistakes leading up to the goal, but I still thought it was good play from Bayern. Mm-hmm. And honestly, Bayern should have won it late, in my opinion. They had a chance where it was really good play, and I think the ball got squeezed through Raya's legs and hit the post. Mm-hmm. I was like, gosh, it was, I think, and that would have been game over, because I think that was about the 85th or so minute.
Right.
But I thought Bayern did well, honestly. They did better than I thought. Arsenal, to me, still dominated the game and the general play, but they didn't create a whole host of chances. They weren't banging down the door or anything. Mm-hmm. I know they felt they should have had a penalty. Thoughts?
Okay, well, couple things. I remember the call or the voice note you did give me, expressing your concern for Bayern ahead of this fixture. And I wasn't aware that Bayern lost in the Bundesliga until you mentioned it as well. So obviously, like, I get where your concern was coming from. Mm-hmm. As someone who, you know, would like to see Arsenal's demise. Because let's be honest, that's what you want. That's what you're
for. But yeah.
You do not want Arsenal to win the league.
Oh, God.
Nor do you want them to win Champions League.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You want Arsenal to have another Bayern-less, you know, season.
Yes, that'd be nice.
Another Bayern season, I should say.
Yeah.
Talking about it would be nice. But
it would be nice.
All right. But so I get your concern about Bayern's form, you know, heading into the fixture. Mm-hmm. And yeah, by the form, but I think most people would have had Arsenal as favourites, and I think most people still do, to a certain degree, because I think people feel as though Arsenal, you know, okay, they might not have played that well today, but they can go to the Allianz and give a better account of themselves, and it's definitely a winnable game. I would say next week is still a winnable game for Arsenal. By any stretch of the imagination, they can still go to Bayern and beat them in the form that Bayern have been in. I think if I had Bayern won today, I think Bayern would have had, you know, like a psychological advantage.
For sure.
The draw makes it a lot more even.
I still fancy Bayern at Allianz though. I think I needed Arsenal to... Not me. Arsenal needed to win today, in my opinion. I think Arsenal needed to take at least a goal or two advantage back to the Allianz. I still think that, yes, they're playing well. Yes, it's winnable. Yes, Bayern form sucks. But I think Bayern will fancy themselves at home.
I honestly, right? I honestly think that, like, for example, you know, I mentioned that I give Real a 45% chance. Mm-hmm. That's not 50-50, right? Mm-hmm. I honestly think that this tie is more 50-50 than the Real City tie.
I agree.
I think City will be clear favorites at home. I think this game, because I think the trepidation for Arsenal about the away fixtures, because they've had some very bad beatings at the Allianz Arena in recent times that they would have visited. Drubbings, as you said.
Maulings,
okay. But the penalty incident. Well, it seems like that game had a lot of
Contentious moments.
All right, so the penalty incident you're talking about, Saka's late penalty shot. Where Saka decided, pretend that he was Superman and jump into Neuer.
Man, all he had to do was just run Neuer and score.
Only first look, right? It actually looked like Neuer followed him. I was like, oh, that's a stonewall penalty. But when I saw the replay, I see the different angle. It's clear that Saka has shifted the ball and then basically dived in an attempt to ensure that Neuer definitely made contact.
And to me, Neuer didn't even to me make a tackle. Like his leg was literally stationary.
Yeah, he just
and Saka does that a lot. Saka buys a lot of penalties. People would be afraid to say, but he does buy a lot of penalties.
So I mean, I wouldn't call it a penalty. The other contentious moment that I saw recently as well is that from an Arsenal free kick, Ray places the ball, it's stationary, kicks it to Gabriel, who then handles the ball and restarts play. And I saw the Bayern players obviously appealed to the referee.
I can't believe they get rid of that though.
But again, referees lacking. It's interesting. I feel like sometimes referees not making excuses for them. But do you think that sometimes the referees tell themselves, for example, we don't want to be focal point of this game, but in shying away from making a key decision, hint, Doku jump kicking McAllister, they inadvertently become the focal point at the top of the discussion. What are your thoughts, Paul?
On
the Arsenal,
Gabriel incident?
What do you say about the referees?
I think even if the referee didn't want to make a controversial decision, VAR should have at least looked at it.
But VAR won't make a controversial decision either. And in doing that, inadvertently, they'll make a controversial decision. Like, I mean, please wait. I can never persecute a person for doing a job. In a sense. So like, even if it's, oh my God, how can you do that? It's either, it is or it isn't. And like you said, we can never fault VAR for telling the referee, go and take a look.
Exactly.
Because ultimately the referee still has to go and take a look and then decide on himself if he's going to stay with his original choice or make a different decision.
Yeah, because in that moment, all he had to do was ask your referee, did you blow your whistle?
Correct.
Yeah, he did. Okay, well, he handed the ball after you blew the whistle, so it's a penalty.
Correct.
It's just simple. But I think that you say, I think some referees love to be the center of attention, and then some is be kind of paralyzed by that fear of maybe getting it wrong. I don't know what it was. I didn't know. Since the game was 2-2, it was late. I actually missed that incident. I don't know what I was doing. Probably looking at one of City and Real Madrid goals. It's really tough. It's really tough to watch the games at the same time, Yeah, but yeah, I miss it. But honestly, I think it should have been a penalty. I know Harry Kane would have scored it.
All right, so just to wrap up this Champions League segment, I'm going to put everybody in the spot. I'm going to start with Paul. Come around. So, Paul, City, Real Madrid, who you got going through?
I have City going through, of course.
Okay.
Winning at the Etihad.
I'm going to double down on the spot in a minute. Who you got going through? City, Real?
I don't know. I could stay on the fence.
No.
Oh, gosh.
We don't do that here. We don't stay on the fence here. Come off the fence, man.
I think City will edge it.
Okay. I think City will edge it too. So all
edge
three of us.
Goal.
Yeah, but I think by the all goal. I don't think it'll be a massive.
Right. I don't think it'll be a blow or anything. Definitely a goal. All goal.
Unlike last year.
But
are you?
All right. Arsenal Bayern. Start with you again. Who you think going through?
I think Arsenal got the better form and Arsenal will go through.
Okay. He might only be saying that because it means that he plays Arsenal. He can put them on himself.
I am backing Super Tommy T.
Okay, well,
oh my goodness,
this is very difficult for me. But I can pick my head over my heart, and I think that Arsenal could go through.
Come on, Super Tommy T. I the only backing you here.
I think Arsenal go through.
Do the job for all Chelsea fans.
No, there are 2 additional quarterfinals tomorrow, and let's get our predictions in. We have Paris versus Barcelona tomorrow and Atletico versus Dortmund.
Mm-hmm.
So, Paris and Barcelona, who are you going for, Paul?
I will go with Paris. Mbappe will be Mbappe and dominate.
That's interesting. Okay. Marissa?
I'll go with him.
Oh yeah, okay. I will pick Paris too. I mean, okay, yeah, okay. Oh, yeah, I think Paris, for some reason, this season being Mbappe's last at PSG,
He won't do
I
something.
have a storybook ending. It seems so. It might.
Maybe not,
Sorry,
but-
Starfield.
Maybe not. But yeah, he won't do something for sure. So
Well, let's just storybook feel. I mean, it has storybook feel though.
I mean, the only storybook field is Champions League. They already can win the league. So
Yeah, that I mean.
so you feel that Paris can win Champions League?
I don't feel they made Champions League. It feels like it could be. If you know, like football has a funny way of rating
I don't.
story. Am I lying? So football has a funny way of rating narratives.
I don't. He'll win his first Champions League at Real Madrid next season.
Well, you can't say so with certainty. Season started yet, but I don't know. I feel as though I have a funny suspicion that Paris makes the final, and in the final, anything can happen.
Honestly, in terms of being on that side, I think they'll make the final for real.
Right, exactly. And then and we're clearly Mbappe, anything can happen. Remember said it in the World Cup final against Argentina. What France has that France will have to play well, and Mbappe can just spark a moment.
And that's what he did.
Quick.
Fair. Yes, we
Win
see.
again.
Yes,
All right, and the other semifinal, the other quarterfinal, sorry, is Atletico Dortmund.
I think Atletico's 11 man behind the ball will work.
Not 11.
Will work wonders, and they will go through.
Okay.
I think Atletico will win tomorrow, but I think Dortmund would make it right at home. So I think Dortmund will go through.
I feel that's the German in you. I think Atletico will be through too. I really think Atletico going through.
Oh gosh, 2-0 aggregate.
I have to not argue. I think Atletico will win tomorrow, and I think Dortmund will maybe force extra time. I won't, but I think Atletico will find a way.
All right, we'll see.
All right. So, and if I maybe indulge, Champions League winner, I think both of y'all going City, right?
Definitely.
Can you predict that City will go through?
Anybody but Arsenal. Anybody but Arsenal.
Anybody but Arsenal. I think City will win. But sorry, you said City. He said City. Sorry, you said anybody but Arsenal. He's saying City.
Well, that's what I want. What I think will happen would probably be City.
Okay. I honestly think the favorite is obviously the winner of this round.
Agreed. Definitely. I think actually. So let me rephrase. Whoever wins this tie will win the Champions League.
Okay. I would say whoever wins this tie, City Real Madrid, will go to the final. And I believe that Mbappe's PSG will be the wild card. That could potentially stop them.
Interesting.
I don't know if they will, but potentially. But when we get close to the final, I'll give my
do that.
My final say. Because knowing PSG, they might not make it.
Exactly.
All right, so that leads us to our next segment. Yes?
Yes, Andrew.
What is the next segment?
I would just like to say that you need to. I keep telling you this.
Go ahead.
Stop coming on this show and being overconfident. Because every time you're overconfident, you don't get the result that you want. So, for background,
You're talking nonsense.
Manchester United and Liverpool. You were so confident that
I
this
was
was.
confident. Paul, did you rewatch the show?
Yes.
I was not confident. I actually said on the show that my prediction was not born off confidence. I said that I think the game will be a similar game to the FA Cup game. The only difference was if Liverpool learned the lessons from the FA Cup game, which is that take your chances and put the game on good side. If you don't, Man Utd in it. But I said Liverpool should win the game 3-1 based on if they take their chances. And Liverpool had the chances to win the game comfortable and they didn't do it. So clearly they did not learn a lesson. I was not confident. I did not make this prediction of confidence. It's more that I made the prediction of who's a better team, who I think should win the game. Liverpool.
And you know what? Shaq can roll the tape.
Shaq can roll the tape. I said I was not being arrogant. Roll the tape. I watch it back.
Great.
You clearly didn't watch it back.
All right. I'm just saying this is not.
I know, but let's say you watch it. I made this. Let me just saying you this too. You need to stop coming on this show talking about anybody but Arsenal, because that's why probably they're still doing well.
It's probably you should probably start hating on them for real. You know.
That's all I was saying.
I feel like the more hate I give them, the better they do for real. I'll own that. Yeah, I'll own that. I don't have any problem owning my stuff, you know.
Yeah.
But let's talk about this Manchester United Liverpool game.
Right.
I could not have been more disappointed. Actually, I was more disappointed 2 hours later when Chelsea did the predictable thing and drew 2-2, the worst team in division. But this result disappointed me. This result disappointed me so much because Liverpool was so dominant in this game. Man United did not have a shot, one shot in the first half. Got gifted a goal as they usually do. Scored a second goal, which was really good, I must say. But what went wrong, Andrew?
Well, right. So, like I said, the game had a similar story to the FA Cup game, which is that Liverpool, mine were decent for the first 10 minutes. Then Liverpool took over. Liverpool dominated,
Boy, did they take over.
created a lot of chances, had a lot of shots. But Liverpool, again, I've said it all. I felt like I've said this all season. Liverpool have goals in the team. But in terms of reliable people that you would normally say, for example, I have confidence that if he gets a chance, he will score.
Mm-hmm.
They only got two. Salah and the ever injured Diogo Jota.
Ever injured.
I would like Jota to come back in a hurry. I find that since Salah's injury, though, he's gotten the all goal, but he hasn't been as clinical and as assured as he normally is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming that he's maybe not back to full sharpness just yet, which is possible because he's out for a long time. But that was the so what went wrong was that Liverpool didn't take the chances. It has nothing to do with how. Cause I actually think from watching for the length of time that I've been a Liverpool fan, watching us play at Old Trafford, it wasn't a bad performance. Actually, one of the better performances, and we didn't win the game because people like Diaz, Nunez, Gakpo when he plays, I would say they are scruffy finishers. They will get goals on the day, and they will always be dangerous at all their threat. But I can't, put my hat on them and say, for example, they're going to bag it every single chance they get. And decision making as well is not only the final shot, but sometimes it's the last pass. Careless. And you fail to put your team away. And then second half, I think the second half they started okay again. But it was almost like a case where you knew that if Man United get a chance, especially in the circumstances, we're in the running of the season. If Liverpool when you lead Liverpool tie Man United for a championships in England.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, we are 19 and they are 20.
Mm.
They don't want us tied them.
They don't.
Just like how we didn't want them go ahead of us.
Mm-hmm.
So we know that if Man United get a sniff, the ground is going to come alive. And that is exactly what happened. Man United got a goal. It was a bad mistake from Kwanzaa. I'm not going to kill him for it. But a bad mistake nonetheless. It meant the one person that you don't want to go to, which is Fernandes. He scores. And then United get a lift. And then from there you saw United actually get into the second balls first. And actually coming out on top in one-on-one duels. And then he gets a second goal. Again, we try to press. The press doesn't work. Casemiro plays I don't know if it was intentional or not, but football is like a kick over and it actually bypasses the entire midfield and then United in space to play with. Really good shot, really good goal. But it seemed like the mistake and then in that little 10-minute period, Mayu got the lift and they scored again. It set us back a little bit. So then it takes a bit of time to settle. Once Liverpool started to settle again, Liverpool again had chances to equalize and eventually they got the equalizer. They could have won the game. I felt personally that Ten Hag made a bad sub. I couldn't hand the initiative back to Liverpool in a sense because Rashford went off injured, if I'm not mistaken. And then with 10 minutes to go, and we knew that there was going to be a lot of stoppage time because I think they had something happened and they had a little stoppage in the game as well. So I knew that there was going to be substantial added time. More than 5 minutes for sure. I was actually anticipating about 8 minutes stoppage time and the referee gave us 7. So I wasn't wrong. But Ten Hag took off Garnacho and I couldn't understand why. Because if Rashford goes off, Garnacho is your only outfield player with genuine pace that can trouble Liverpool and make them think twice about pushing forward. So when you took off Garnacho, you kind of release the pressure valve and Liverpool can go independent again. And that's exactly what happened. Get the penalty. But I don't know, it's just frustrating. I think ordinarily, because if you look at the last 3 games, I can't remember who exactly. It was Brighton, Sheffield, United. You get 7 points for 9. Ordinarily, that's not bad. But because of the story of the game, because the context of the game. Like, for example, if Man U played well and they got a point, cool. But it's a case where you were, for the most part, dominant.
Yeah.
And you didn't, it's just ridiculous. And for the first half, like, I remember the FA Cup game in the second half, Klopp was on the sideline, Ryan and raving because the guys weren't using chances. for the first half alone, he was ranting and raving because they weren't using their chances. And Carragher said something, and I wonder if it was a case where I don't know if it's like a little bit of complacency on the players' part. Whereas, for example, it's like they were playing so well and so dominant, they felt like, "Are we missing a chance? But don't worry, the next one will come. The next one will come. We just gotta keep on."
Yeah,
and that's an okay mindset to have. But at some point, you gotta be ruthless and you gotta like kind of get fed up with each other and be like, "All right, we need to use one of these chances because and you should have learned your lesson from the FA Cup. I don't know why." So like it's frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
I was very annoyed. I'm not so annoyed now because a couple of days removed, but I was very annoyed. It really puts the title aspirations in doubt. It's not because, for example, that it was like, a fatal mistake and it's like all is gone. But it's a case where it's not in our hands anymore technically. And there's a certain team from the blue half of Manchester that I worried about. That I see when I look at the remaining fixtures, I don't know what part of them drop. What game you could drop points in, buddy?
Tottenham away.
Carry your back. So you go find a way to win that day too. So I don't know. I don't know. Tell me what you all think. I talk long enough. I exhausted from talking so much Liverpool. This is what you all do to me. Every damn week.
Every week, man.
Not every week. But I had Man United to beat. Yeah. I didn't think I'd get me back to Liverpool before I pass on to you all. Sorry.
He's not done.
Clearly I'm not. But this is the thing that's getting me back to Liverpool, Marissa. We have a tendency, right, that when we got teams like historical teams, Manchester United, Arsenal, when we got them to beat and beat them bad, we don't do it. We need to get like City, because if City to play United, and whenever City play United's trash, guarantee that he can beat them and he can make sure to remember the beating. Liverpool gonna be like, "Oh, we feel for you." I don't understand. Sorry, I done.
I remember 7-0.
I mean, that was just
a couple of years ago.
I mean, it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, but remember that was in the context of the season, but that was last year when I had the bad season.
Yeah.
And that was kind of, remember, they were ahead of me, but that was kind of unexpected. That was unexpected.
It's still a bad drop.
Yeah, that was like a freak result. It was a bad drop, but it was a freak result. I more consider the 5-0 at Old Trafford to be a more substantial win.
Fair enough.
Right? But then in the middle of that, don't forget, I have a lot of results against Man United, the no draw at Anfield. Now, Klopp said that was the best game. That was a very good game in terms of counter pressing and stuff like that. But we didn't really create in that game. We had a lot of shots, but they didn't ever scored. And then the FA Cup game again, Manchester United got no right to win the game, so they got a right to be there. But then they had a right playing Coventry, whenever that FA Cup semi-final going to play. And they had a right taking a point from me on Sunday as well.
Yeah, we can talk about them in a bit.
All right, go ahead. I done.
What do you think, Paul? What do you think not only about the game, but where do you see the title now? Because you have Arsenal at top, 71 points, best goal difference. Liverpool second, 9 goals behind. And City third, 70 points. City have the better running. So where do you see this going?
I think that Arsenal will win it. In the best form.
You think Arsenal can win the title?
I think Arsenal will win the title.
But let me finish. I'll tell you in a minute where they don't win it, but where they won't win it. But keep going.
Wow, I did not expect that. But go ahead.
But no, you should expect that.
They have the best form right now.
He's Christopher, brother.
Man City are leaking goals.
Before you continue, right? On a star, right? He's game gym with me. Christopher is trainer as well. Both of them don't like the squad. Just take the pressure off of the back. Trust me.
Wow. Okay.
Continue.
I think Arsenal are in the best position to win the league right now. Top of the table, best goal difference, best form. Man City are leaking goals like crazy.
No, look at your face then. Anyway, go ahead. I cannot with this, man.
Those are my thoughts. My thoughts on the Liverpool Man United game. Liverpool should have definitely won it. Their finishing remind me of a certain Man City squad from 2 years ago, before we got Haaland against Real Madrid.
Right.
Just wasting chances over and over. But Liverpool shouldn't be too down on themselves because still right there, level on points with Arsenal, still above the Blue State of Manchester. So should be intriguing.
Who has the toughest fixtures between you and Arsenal in your opinion?
Arsenal still have to play. Arsenal play Villa at home on the weekend, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think they have to play Chelsea, and they have to play Tottenham. Where is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's that. Liverpool. No, Liverpool have to play. We still have to go to Villa Park. Still have to welcome Tottenham, and I know we still got the derby. Still playing Sunday.
So Villa and Spurs can decide to take the race because Spurs have all three of y'all to play.
Right.
Interesting.
I think in terms of who has the most difficult fixtures left, I think between Liverpool and Arsenal kind of like 50-50. They both have potentially tricky games.
Mm-hmm.
But here's my worry. And there's the one thing that he did not say, right? That he don't want to admit to. Excuse me. As the way I think City might ultimately win this championship. All right? He don't make he without Arsenal foolish prediction. He talking nonsense. Because this is cool horror fact. Do you say Arsenal winning 7 points? Because to win you got to, because City's on a point behind. So to win you go basically match the results or win all the games, right? Unless he, miraculously lost again. You say Arsenal winning all 7?
Honestly,
tell me honest answer.
Honestly, yeah.
You're lying.
I could see it.
Arsenal gonna draw a game. They're gonna draw at least one.
How I see it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think the results of the 3 games that Spurs has to play against the top 3 will decide the title.
It will, but Arsenal will draw a game. And I think Arsenal will draw a game. I think the game Arsenal will draw will be Tottenham game. I think that would be a draw game. I also think Liverpool will draw a game, another game. And I think that could be either the Tottenham visit at Anfield or the away game at Goodison. Because Goodison is never easy for Liverpool. You can shoot him as much as you want. The year that the first year when I lost the title by a point to Manchester City, I drew another against Everton at Goodison, and Everton was battling relegation at season 2.
Fair enough. I just
and it was a game where I was dominant, but I didn't score.
Mm.
I think Pickford made some very good saves in that game too.
Mm-hmm.
So like, you could tell me like, I said I don't know if it would draw it, but I said I think Liverpool will draw at least in one more game. I think Arsenal will have a draw game. I don't think City drop points because City, they think about City. Haaland doesn't leave a lot of chances to score. Like he said, that's a very good point, right? Also, City, Liverpool play a certain way when they're attacking. You know what they're going to do, but they're very good at it. But Liverpool have a tendency to miss chances. They also have a tendency to give up chances. Sometimes they get punished, sometimes they don't. Arsenal, I still feel as though Arsenal will get a game, will get at least 1 or 2 games where he has to be running away with things and a little defensively sorted. But I think they will get at least 1 or 2 games that will be tight. And they might draw one.
I get you.
He has a tendency that even when he get a game that kind of tight, he will find a way.
Yeah. I do think City will win their last 7 games.
I think City will win all 7. So Liverpool, prove me wrong if you could, but I don't think Liverpool win all 7. No, you see the difference is, should I leave it to the end of the season, or should I say no? The difference is right is that yes, Liverpool's still there, but Liverpool really should be a bit ahead.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about beating Man Utd. I talking about that penalty call. I didn't get against you. Sting him out. I talking about the man. We had another bad result too that we didn't get to. Another decision. Spurs, right? Mm-hmm. So all them little things will add up to. I think we should at least go a 3 or 4 point cushion, to be honest. But it ain't materialized. I don't know.
We see.
But I think it's a very, very strong chance that this young man retains.
I think so too, but I must say Arsenal's defensive record is worrying me, which is why I think that they could win the rest of their games. That's the truth. But let's talk about Man United. I also agree with what he said. You shouldn't be too down on yourself. There's something about, I went back and I looked. There's something about Man United. They have been so lucky this season. I went back to look at Man United last 5 fixtures.
Arsenal got Man United.
Yeah. That's true.
I forgot what that game.
At Old Trafford?
Yeah. So I got much. I'm looking for it. I don't really I'm not playing that much stock in Man U taking anything for Arsenal. But as I say, I think Arsenal will draw at least 1 of those games. I don't think we're winning all 7.
Fair enough. I went back to look at Manchester United's last 5 fixtures. Starting with City at Etihad. City had 27 shots. Man United had 3. Everton at home to Everton. Everton outshot them as well. Everton had 23 shots.
This game that they want to love.
They had 15. Brentford away. Brentford had 31 shots. They had 11.
Watch that.
Chelsea away. Chelsea had 28 shots. They had 19. Surprise, surprise, that's a game that they had the most shots in. Anyway, but still outshot.
Right.
Liverpool at home, 9 shots. Liverpool 28. Yeah, in those games, they got away with a point against you.
Right.
Almost got away with 3 at Chelsea.
Correct.
Got away with a point at Brentford. Got away with 3 at Everton, and they lost to City. Man United have been extremely lucky, and this is why I must admit, when I saw Fernandes score, I got concerned because Man United just has this thing about them that they got lifted by the goal, but when a bit of luck goes their way, they just ride it. They ride it all the way to 90 minutes. So I think that luck will catch up to them. I don't think it may not catch up to them this season. Maybe next season it'll catch up to them. But there's just something about when you're playing Man United, you need to put them away. So like you said, that attitude that y'all may have had about, another chance will come. Y'all should have probably been 3-0 up at halftime and put the game to bed because they just need one moment. You saw that. I think Brentford was a classic example of that. They did nothing all game. All of a sudden, Mason Mount pop it in the box, but extra time almost winner. Like they just need one opportunity. I don't get it. I hate it with a passion. And maybe they felt it was justice for what happened to them against Chelsea on Thursday. Maybe I saw some fans saying that. But to be honest, I think that they have been very lucky. They have been very lucky. There's nothing about Man United that is playing good any stretch of imagination. I actually don't understand how Man United are 6th in this league. I think that says a lot about the teams behind them.
I was going to tell you that.
It says a lot about Newcastle, West Ham, Brighton, Chelsea.
Newcastle had a lot of injuries.
Yes, Newcastle had a lot of injuries, but for Man United to be 6th and ahead of those teams, it is crazy. They have been so poor this season.
Brighton had a lot of injuries though.
So you can't say Chelsea. So you can't say Chelsea has had a lot of injuries.
I didn't know you mentioned Chelsea, but Chelsea had a lot of injuries.
I did mention Chelsea.
The problem is though with Chelsea and that excusable injuries is that I don't know if that's like the reason you were where you were. I think that you were where you were because your manager doesn't know his best team, and there's been a lot of chopping and changing.
Oh,
and the squad is so big.
I would say my manager incompetent, but tomato.
Oh well, you
cannot ship 2 goals against Burnley and Sheffield.
Well,
like you cannot.
You can.
You should not be shipping 2 goals against Burnley and Sheffield United. Come on. And that's my thing about Chelsea, though. Add those 4 points that we should have had from those 2 teams, and we would have been in 7th, hunting down Man United in 6th. That's my problem with Chelsea. Every time we have this is not a segment, but you just brought me into this, You just brought me into this.
This is like a complete rewind of last week.
Whatever.
Let's let you get the floor.
Whatever. I'm going to say is every time we have a chance to gain some ground on teams above us, we do jump. Which is why I'm going to go with my prediction that I told you I'm going to give for the leaderboard, but we get there shortly. So let me briefly touch on this matter before we go into the prediction, which is our final segment, which is Everton's 2-point deduction.
Right.
Got handed out again. So they are now only 2 points ahead of relegation zone. So my question is, do you think that impacts our predictions last week in terms of relegation? So you think Everton's still up?
It was only 2 points. If it was like more significantly the original one, like 10 or even the 6 points that I got originally, or last time I should say, then it would be a bit more concerned. But I still think like Everton will win enough games or get enough points to stay above the ones chasing, because I don't think the ones behind could put a run together.
Okay. What do you think? You think Everton is 0?
Yeah, I think Everton's.
Okay.
What you?
Yeah, I think they're still.
Okay.
I think that final thing can be Luton or Nottingham Forest. Luton got a big result weekend, so no, them and Nottingham tied on points. So
Luton Town.
That's not.
Wait, you went to Luton Town too? Right. Because we were in England together in 2018. It was 17 or 18. Yeah, 17, 18.
I bet you don't talk about it every 2 seconds though.
Maybe it's no come up. But you had a good time, right?
Yeah.
Remember Luton Town was very hospitable to us, right?
Very cold, so.
It's cool as well. But yeah, don't worry about that. We may not mean to. But it was good. It was good. We gonna go about though. So we go Premier League game together.
Yeah.
Game Marissa?
You done?
You coming? Are you coming?
No.
We gotta watch Chelsea. Who if we just stand
I
lose?
think I want to watch Chelsea with you.
Listen,
Especially in the current state Chelsea in. Nah, boy.
it's not you don't want to watch it with me because the thing is, right, is that unless I got Stamford Bridge, I probably be sitting in the, Chelsea probably a away team because they got teams that closer, so it'd be like West Ham or Tottenham. I definitely don't want to go Tottenham. It's alright. We'll go West Ham.
I won't mind going to Tottenham. I like their stadium.
I suggest to sit across with Chelsea fans, in that little small away section though. Seriously, people fight.
Yeah.
Right? And I know you can't control yourself. Chelsea's
Listen to me.
Chelsea's great. She can hop up.
Listen to
I know
me.
we gonna get put out.
That's not so.
Right?
Don't listen to him. Anyways, leaderboard. So, I had a good week. So, I had 6 of my predictions correct. You had 4. I don't know what you was thinking with that Palace City game.
I was listen. You watch the game against Palace?
Yeah.
Great. You remember? Honestly, City were deserving winners, right? But you know, they had moments where Palace could have scored a couple more goals at crucial times that might have put the game on a bit more pressure, right?
Of course, as usual.
I think Ayew had the crossbar when he scored was still 1-1 or something like that. So
Okay, do y'all think they should have had a penalty when the score was I think it was still 1-0. I think it was Vardiol. Yeah, Vardiol on somebody's shoulder in the box or something.
I can't remember the incident,
Okay,
so I can't comment now. But
you saw it. Oh,
can't remember the incident. But I remember Ayew hit the crossbar when he scores 1-1 or 1-0. So like, that game could have gone a different direction. But I ain't accustomed to Andre Ayew missing chances anyhow.
sure.
But you know what happened to me? I was thinking it's a Hurst part, right? And they forget the game was the early kickoff and not the late one. What happened to me?
Well,
But anyhow.
so I've called back. I am now at 40 points. You are at 42. And just for our guests, we do predictions every week. So we include you as well. So you give your predictions as well. So yeah, we are battling. Oh, this is going down right to the wire like you tied to wrist.
Oh boy.
I'm excited for my chances because I feel like I have a good read on what's gonna happen. Anyways, so let's start. Early Saturday morning kickoff. Newcastle at home to Spurs. You'll go first and then we just rotate it.
Oh, Lord have mercy. I'm gonna go. Yeah, because it's a tricky fixture. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 2-2 draw.
Wow.
Just to be safe. I know who win this game.
Interesting.
So I'll go 2-2 draw.
This is a really tough fixture. Newcastle won their last game 1-0, right? That was against Fulham, 1-0 late winner away to Fulham. You know I hate predicting Spurs win on this show, but I think I am going to go 2-1 Spurs.
Okay.
What about you?
I will go with the 1-0 Spurs.
1-0? All right. Interesting prediction. All right. Next game will be Man City at home to Andrew's beloved Luton.
Luton Town, man. Luton Town. I can go first?
Oh, no, it's his turn.
Okay. I will go first if you don't want to go first, though.
I will go first.
All right, sure. Go ahead.
I will go 3-0 City.
I think I'll go 4.
Yeah, I think I'll go 4-2. 4-0.
You don't usually go so high.
Is against Luton Town away from home at the Etihad, or Etihad as you want to call it. But that big pitch, it would make sense to go with 4.
Yeah, fair enough.
5 might be 6.
Might be.
City in the mood.
Wait, wasn't he FA Cup 6-2 or something?
6-2, yeah.
Yeah. My night we're at Bournemouth. I will go first. Late Saturday kickoff. Am I watching this? I might probably watch it. I ain't do the dumbest thing. See, this is why it's losing to the birds, I just go what I want and not what I really believe. But I ain't go with a 1-0 Bournemouth win.
1-0? Okay.
Not a dumb prediction, but whatever.
2-0 Man United.
I'm gonna go 2-1 United.
I think it was expecting you to go 1-1. Gosh, look at how we just.
I really badly want to go for a Bournemouth result, but I don't trust it. I feel like Man Utd will get 2 points.
Either, but Bournemouth have not been too bad at home.
I think Man Utd will get 3 points without playing well.
Without playing well, I believe so as well. But come on, Bournemouth. Liverpool at home to Palace. That is you, Andrew. First.
Yeah. I'll go 3-1.
Last 3-1, yeah, very good, so good.
We heard that. I heard that last 3-1 didn't work out so good. But you know what? None of Chelsea results didn't work out so good this year either.
It's true.
So it's all right.
It's true. See, Chelsea when it literally got me accepting, like, this crap from Andrew. Anyways, Liverpool Palace.
1-1.
Whoa. 1-1. 1-1. Nah, I'll go with I'll go with 2-1 Liverpool. All right, Arsenal Villa. I am going to go with 3-0 Arsenal.
2-0 Arsenal.
2-1 Arsenal.
Interesting. I know one predicted a Villa win. When I take Emery can come back and hunt the Gunners. Frauds. All right, Chelsea at home to Everton. Andrew.
Oh, that's me. Sorry.
Strong feeling. No, you can.
I will predict a 1-1 draw.
Mine is just draw with. Mine, you just do that every meeting.
Was that draw with Chelsea?
Yeah. It's not a bad call though. What about you?
1-0 Chelsea.
I am gonna go with a 2-2 draw.
Chelsea don't win many games 1-0, because it's always concede.
Always concede. When's the last time you had a clean sheet? I cannot even remember. That's how bad it is. 2-2 though. Going to the foreign, but to ship 2 goals against relegation threatening size. So I think that would be the result. Oh gosh, Monday too. Ugh, yawn. All right. Essentially won't be here next week we do the Premier League games of interest as well as the FA Cup fixtures. So, Man United Newcastle postponed as well. Tottenham Man City postponed. Brighton Chelsea postponed. So that leaves Wolves away at Arsenal. Sorry, Arsenal away at Wolves.
Okay. This Saturday. Arsenal away at Wolves. The tree fisher. I bet first last name though, so somebody else.
I think I can go with 1-1 draw here.
I was 10 minutes for that.
I will go with 3-1 Arsenal.
Man, just ain't take Arsenal and any points.
I don't think it's that though. I think it's that. That's most that little smirky smile you got your face. Let him drop points.
What about you?
All right. Wolves against Arsenal. I'm gonna go 1-1.
You mucker.
I know, I'm mucker.
Got you went 1-1 because
Start playing well.
me too, but I rather we both be wrong. So I'm glad you went 1-1. And Liverpool away at Fulham. Everyone should be paying Coventry.
I think Liverpool will win 2-1.
That's very generous.
2-0 Liverpool.
Thank you.
Agreed. You ain't gonna thank me too?
No.
Sight. So you said 2-0? You said 2-0 or 2-1?
2-0.
Okay. 2-0. So who went 2-1? Me?
No, me.
Oh, I went 2-0 too.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. FA Cup action. Man City versus Chelsea. Who turn it is? Tell me, Emily.
Man City versus Chelsea? I'll go first on that one. I have no issue going first.
I cannot stand you here.
Yeah, right? Semi-final. Wembley Stadium.
Yeah.
On the bright lights. The blue ball jaws versus the...
You didn't say it right. The blue £1 billion ball jobs. Actually, I resent that. I resent that statement from Gary Neville, actually. So don't be using that in here.
The blue $1 billion ball jobs. You know what I'm trying to tell you? against the what do you call yourself?
Citizens.
The who?
Citizens.
That's the first thing you ever heard of?
No.
Oh.
I thought he had a special name for it, but
Oh.
you know, he had a special name. I don't know.
Stop stalling.
But with the permanent charges that he got against, he might not be citizens for life. He might end up in prison.
Oh.
Anyway, let's
That's
not, sir.
That's a
All
bit
right.
dramatic.
All right, sir. Great. So, sorry, City versus Chelsea, FA Cup, Wembley. I think City win 3-1.
3 whole goals then.
Won't we give a little more hope?
Not really.
Actually, I should think about it a bit more careful because that has been a close game this season. But I think City will win 3-1.
Chelsea to win on penalties. I'm just kidding. Should I go with head or heart? 2-1 City.
That's head.
Yeah.
2-0 City.
Man, if a game we a goal then.
Think man, he destroyed. So this is your name.
It's true.
You know, it's tight. You know, the Premier League proper is very, Paul.
Coventry versus United. Oh gosh. Pains me to predict this. You go first.
4-0 United.
Oh gosh.
Oh. Name it 4-0, Paul.
Oh.
In fact, you know, right now, if this was off of points, right, I would actually take a bet a gamble up for Coventry to go true, no. But since the points, I ain't take prediction seriously. Go ahead, Marissa.
I actually want to predict a Coventry win though.
Me too. But I ain't got fans that to put me that feeling like that.
Honestly, what league? Them in League One or
Them in Championship.
which is the league below
Yeah.
us? Oh. Right, let me just take a quick look at Championship table.
Lord, we don't have time for that. Make a prediction.
We do.
All right, I remember prediction when you're looking for
Sure.
your table. Jesus.
Let me see where to miss. Oh gosh, they lose 2-1 today to Southampton too.
All right, so Coventry United. You ready?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
No, you go.
No, go ahead.
No, you go.
All right. Anyway, Coventry United, Wembley Stadium. I'll go to 1 United.
I ain't go 1-0 Coventry.
All right then. I think there's one more game that we should predict. Actually, 2.
What's up?
Because there may be the Merseyside derby, Liverpool and Everton, or maybe, and then
Where?
Brighton play City the Thursday. That's what we can
You
answer.
sure?
Wednesday, April 24th. There are a couple games. There are a few games actually. Man Utd play Sheffield as well too. Everton play Liverpool.
Where you see that? Wait, hold on. No, let me look at my end.
Okay.
You said Wednesday, April.
24th.
Oh, but we can be in studio.
We will.
Yeah. Because we can be in studio 23rd.
I can't be in studio for this school, buddy. I'm joking. All right,
It's fine.
I just joking. It was a joke. That would not impact me.
Okay, cool. Because I can't predict Arsenal Chelsea right now. I need to see how we do over the next few weeks before I predict that game.
I'm sure you already know you'll come.
The last 3 months in tell you how you do.
Exactly. I'm pretty sure you already know you'll come.
Goat say. Goat say.
Hey, but honestly, right, Paul has been a great addition to the show. Paul, I can't wait to have you back. You know what I mean? Real talk.
End of the season.
You've made
Decked out in like blue ribbons.
Hmm?
Decked out in like blue ribbons.
He got a blue. He got everything.
With a treble.
You got a blue city shirt.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
I actually bought a new Liverpool shirt. When he was
gosh.
getting them.
Bring a little replica Premier League trophy. Put some little ribbons on it. You know what? We should have Paul back if City win the league.
What would they want?
I would go.
Because I want to.
Gladly return.
I want to see this.
Why would not be at the show? I would get Christopher to fill in for me.
Oh my gosh. You gonna face the music
Or
with me?
Demar. Hey, man, I ain't gonna face the music. Got in competition with you.
Listen to me. I've been
why?
coming and recording this season and my team has not gotten out of the bottom half until this week. If I could do that, you could face him if City win the league.
I do not want to.
He is still traumatized from all the 1-point losses in the league.
Oh, I understand.
It's true.
I understand.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I know when to bring the 115 charges against you, want to strip them from details from you. That will feel different. But we will see. Time will tell.
On a real note, though, if that does happen, what happens? Do they give it to the second place?
Mm.
So that means Arsenal will win?
At least one year.
No.
Well, that depends on whether or not. That depends on whether or not he knows clean or not.
No, I can't have that.
Can't have that.
Oh gosh.
The books are being balanced as we speak.
Not as we speak.
Fair enough, buddy. Fair enough.
Oh
Is
god.
that admission of guilt? That qualified?
You man say the books getting balanced?
I take that as an admission of guilt.
Anyways, this has been another great show. As Andrew said, I second it. You've been a really great addition. I must say, though, your family members are so much more, than you. Right?
Well, we explain yourself.
Zen.
First
don't
thing first.
go any round.
First thing first, you're a layer. Because he winning, so he's gonna reason to be upset. And number one. Secondly, you heard Christopher Cott's voice note Red Chelsea were playing who were you playing in?
Man United. True.
Exactly.
True.
Should I play
True.
yourself? I'm pretty sure I can find it on my phone.
True.
But I hate that.
But in Christopher's defense, though, I understand the frustration.
Oh, sorry. But no, but that's not what we say. You said all my family members are Zen and this and that. That's not true.
All right, I understand.
We have a family member, family member that you was there out there, right?
Which day?
Right,
Don't out the
our
family.
uncle and the certain nephew. One backs Chelsea, next one backs Tottenham. We're arguing.
Oh god.
And we're talking about to beat Chelsea in that game.
Oh
and
gosh.
Our uncle were already host. Where's the roof? Where's the roof? I took the coffee shirt.
Oh my gosh. Y'all family kind of split in terms of who support.
Yeah, it's spread about. And that relative started crying. That was basically school though. He's a very young at the time. You were there? I can't remember who was there.
I don't think.
I had it on my phone, my old phone.
Oh gosh. Let me not tell any more family secrets tonight, okay? Cool.
So, but I just said to say this.
I understand.
Nobody's necessarily Zen.
It's true. It's true.
But I've never seen him actually rant because City had so much success over the last decade.
Fair enough.
You
didn't see me after Madrid come back 2 years ago.
Yeah, because you watch games with yourself. You don't come home.
That's the best way to watch football, honestly.
Yeah, I can get to see as much as I like.
Yeah. And meltdown alone behind closed doors. But that might just be me. I've had a lot of meltdown behind closed doors recently. Anyways, so thank you for joining us on another.
You have my sympathy, somewhat.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
I don't.
You do. Listen, the only thing I don't like about you is I don't pay debts. That's all. You know what I mean?
Don't worry, I can cancel the debt this week. This season.
First, debt should not be cancelled. I think Shaq would agree.
Okay,
Debt
so
should not be cancelled.
so if I win, you give me something, and then I give you something for last season.
And then you give me hey, but you get your cup first. And then I give you something that is not. Wait, you ever do chronological order?
Yeah.
That is not a play. All right.
Anyways, I could finish the show with your permission.
You want to do something that will upset me? Go ahead.
Thank you for joining us. You can follow us on the Dugout _podcast. You just follow it?
Yeah.
Just making sure. I should really ask every guest that, Remind me till next time.
Okay. I have a very high mistress ability. You can cut him back so they can But,
Yes, you can also follow Spirit Light Studios, Whole Health Pharmacy, whose ad we continuously forget. And who else? Oh, us, Marissa Simone 91.
True 9106.
Yeah. And what's your handle?
SICKAZ __.
It's the generation of today.
Yeah, all right.
Can't have saying simple like first and last name. Yeah, so it's been another great show. Do join us again. We'll be back in 2 weeks because Andrew decides he has to go on an actual vacation for a vacation. I mean, who does that, right? Anyways. So while he's away, we'll be on break and we'll be back. And I think by then we'll know our Champions League semi-finalists. By then, Chelsea would have probably put aside Arsenal and dent their title hopes. And we'll be good. This is going to come back to haunt me, isn't it? Anyways, thank you for joining us and do join us again next time.